Hello everybody, and welcome back to Factorio. Today, we still need to fix our yellow science. It's moving, it's just not moving very fast. So, we've already fixed we've already fixed copper. As you can see, copper is stacking up nicely now. We fixed steel. Steel is stacking up pretty nicely now as well. We fixed iron for the most part. I mean, it could use some balancing, but I mean, it's fine. But we're low on plastic. We are just chewing through plastic. So let's go back and figure out where all the plastic is going. It looks like it's all going to red chips, basically. So we need more plastic. So let's go up to our oil setup and let's get to work. Let's see about fixing that plastic. It's probably just going to be as simple as just increasing production, but sometimes it gets more complex than that because we have to balance things out, right, with oil. It's not always as simple as just throw down more chemical plants, right? We've got chemical plants though, which is good, but let's also make sure that we have, just in case, let's make sure we also have refineries too. And anything else we need, storage tanks, pipes. Yeah, let's get some refineries too, just in case we need to refine more oil. Just in case balancing it doesn't work and we actually do need more oil itself refined. So let's do like 20 of these. And then if we really do need to go out for more oil, let's also get some pump jacks too, just in case. Okay. Bring me the stuff, bots. Bring them to me. Bring them to me. Bring me the stuff. Bring me the goods. Excellent. Thank you, my bots. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's see here. Refineries and pump jacks. Also, we're probably going to want to automate assembly machine 3s, but honestly, to get to the rocket launch, I honestly don't really care too much if we don't get to assembly machine 3s, especially because I didn't really... I mean, maybe it'll fit. What does it actually need? Speed modules. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. If you're gonna go bigger, though, if you're gonna go bigger, if you're not just getting to rocket launch like I am here, then I would recommend Assembly Machine 3s. Because if you look at them, Assembly Machine 2s, which we're using for the most part, they have a crafting speed of 0.75, right? Which means they are 0.75 the speed of your pocket crafting, right? So when it says that it takes, let's say, let's say, it takes half a second to craft a gear, right? So, I mean, just to move that up, let's say it takes a second to craft 2 gears in my pocket. It's going to take 25% longer to do it out of a blue assembly machine, right? Whereas a full, like, tier 3 machine, assembly machine 3, it crafts faster than your pockets. So your pockets have a crafting speed of 1. Assembly machine 2s have a crafting speed of 0.75, so they're slower than your pockets. Assembly machine 3s have a crafting speed of 1.25, so they're faster than your pockets. So definitely recommend going to tier 3 machines. Another reason to get tier 3 machines, I believe, I'd have to double check, I'd have to craft a few. But I believe another reason to go tier 3 machines is they can hold more modules in them, right? So tier 2 machines, they can hold, I think, 2 modules in them. So like 2 productivity modules or 2 speed modules or whatever. I think tier 3 machines can hold more. I might not be 100% correct on that though, so definitely worth a Google. But I think not only does it craft faster, but it also allows for more modules to be inserted into them. Also, in terms of pollution, it pollutes less. It pollutes 2 per minute versus the 3 per minute of blue. So if you have biters on, Assembly Machine 3s are going to be nice because they're faster, they pollute less, and I believe you can put more modules in them. I could be wrong on that last part though. Also, I'm debating whether or not to get the power armor, fusion reactors, and all that other fun stuff, or if I'm just going to try to bum rush to rocket. I think I might just try to bum rush to rocket. But we need to correct plastic first. So plastic is churning just fine. Let's see. Well, mostly fine, actually. Some of these aren't getting petroleum. Yeah, we don't have enough petroleum going to these guys. So let me turn this down a little bit. It's kind of loud, so hold on. At least loud for me. There we go. Let's try that. So we're not getting enough petroleum into here. So we're not even maximizing the plastic setup that we have. So why aren't we getting the petroleum we need? Is anything causing that to slow down? So let's take a look here. So we have basically no petroleum. We have tons of light oil. We have a little bit of heavy oil. The light oil is constantly cracking to petroleum. We could always craft more rocket fuel, and that will use the light oil. Or we can just crack more light oil into petroleum. And maybe that's what we'll do, just to get more petroleum for now without needing to actually go to another oil field like that one or that one and refine more. How is crude oil anyway? It looks like even all of our refineries aren't going. And that's because the light oil is too full. Because we have enough crude oil actually coming here. So we could even add more refineries, but we need to balance out the light oil better. So let's add some more light oil to petroleum cracking, and that will help, I think. So I'm going to go and just delete those for the time being. And I'm just going to straight up add more, right? So we're just going to copy. And almost paste. I grabbed too much. Straight up copy and basically paste. There we go. Oh, other bots. I can't wait for the expansion when they make bots smarter. The reason why my bots didn't place these is because bots are coming from the base to do it. They were assigned instead. Ugh. In the expansion, they're making bots a little bit smarter. So that way, we don't have to wait for our buddies from the base to do the rest. But it's all good. It's all good. We'll get there. There we go. More cracking. So what's the logic we have anyway on this cracking? If it's greater than 15k crack. Okay, well, that logic is still fine. That's fine. And then if that's greater than 10k crack, so that's what it's doing. So that's why we're down to 10k of that. And that's why we're now down to 20k of that. Just adding that additional cracking may have made our plastic happy. No, well, it made it a little bit happier. But not much happier. It made all of our refineries happy, though. Yeah, it made all the refineries happy, so there's that. Let's see, is light oil going down? Do we need to throw even more cracking on there? Again, this is just kind of the monitor and see approach. It looks like light oil is going down. So that means we can throw more refining on there, right? Because we have enough crude oil. Crude oil is not emptying at all. Well, I mean, it's emptying, of course, but it's refilling just as fast as it's getting refined. Like, if we go all the way to the end here. Yeah, we saw plenty of crude oil, so we can throw more refining on here. So let's do that. So I'm going to go and pull the water back. And then I'm going to go ahead and add that, that, and that. And then we're going to do some more copy-paste. So let's just grab like that. Sorry, like... Might grab that extra underground pipe there, and that's fine. We'll grab that. And we can paste there like that. There we go. And again, we gotta wait for the base bots. They've been assigned to bring some stuff up. So that's fine. And then we'll see how that goes. And there we go. That'll get the water. And here they come. At least the bots are faster now, so even though it's not... Even though it's a bit more annoying because I have to wait for the base bots to do it, at least the base bots get here faster. So that's always a good thing. Alright, so let's see now. Oh, we're not quite getting water yet because this hasn't been connected yet. It'll be connected up soon enough. Go, my little base bots, go. You can do it. I believe in you. There we go. There we go. Alright. So now how's our crude oil going? Crude oil's fine. Refining is good. Now do we throw on more cracking? Yeah. It stopped our plastic for a bit, but maybe we have successfully resolved at least some of the problem. Petroleum is still being completely drained. Light oil's starting to stack up. A little bit, maybe. Kind of hard to tell at the moment. Our refineries all still firing. They're all still firing. But light oil is pretty full. Pretty full. As far as our pipes go. We do have more plastic going. We've almost got these bottom three working as well, but not quite. So that means more light cracking, right? Yeah, more light cracking. But why aren't all of these light cracking actually cracking? Oh, this petroleum gas is actually... Oh, oops. That explains it. There we go. More light cracking. There we go. I was like, but why aren't you guys working? You should all be working. Okay. Is light still getting too full? Yeah, let's add even more light cracking. Let's do it. So, how are we going to do it? I can just be sloppy about it, I suppose. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll just be sloppy about it. So let's do something like this. I'm just going to grab everything. And I'm going to add another row of it. Like up here, perhaps. Something like that. And then what I'll do is I'll bring the light up. There-ish. Like that. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and bring one of you up, so that way you can... We need to wire that up, because you don't have access to any of the network. So let's go ahead and grab some of our cable here, and we're going to go wire you up, and then wire you there. There we go. So now you see everything. And then here we add more logic, right? So you want to go ahead and pump as long as light oil is greater than 14,000 set. And there we go. And then this one I believe was 7,000. Okay, that makes sense. 7,000 makes sense. And then this doesn't have a condition. Yeah, that's right. Because you want to go ahead and use rocket fuel. And then here, this one's condition is 15, so let's go ahead and set that to 14 as well. There we go. And then we need to reconnect the petroleum back. So we have petroleum here, up, 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 and then that's where that petroleum ends. So let's see, let's go ahead and connect petroleum back up. We also need to get water hooked up to this guy too. But let's get the petroleum hooked up first. So let's see. Let's get underground pipe going from here over to like here. And then we'll go out here like so. Like that. And now we got petroleum there, which is lovely. And now we need water. How's our water doing when it comes to this? Can I just route this water up? Maybe. Might just be better if we pump new water in. Maybe we should do that. Do I have water pumps in here? Water pump, water pump, water pump. They're always so hard to find. Water pump, where are you? I've got a request for it, so it's got to be here. Ah, there we go. So it's got to be here, guys. It's got to be here. All right, so I want water to go here. So let's see if I can just find a perfect spot. Or if I have to do a little bit of funkiness. Looks like I have to do a little bit of funkiness. So we'll do that, and then bring it up. So there we go. Water! So there we go. Now we've got even more petroleum coming from our too much light oil. Do we have too much heavy oil? Or is heavy oil cracking still sufficient? Heavy oil is fine. Yeah, heavy oil is fine. Light oil is also fine. Plastic is really happy now. We're getting a whole lane of plastic now. Yeah. If I add even more refining... Let's see. Everything doing okay here as far as refining goes. Looks like they're all fired on, which is great. Yeah, looks like we're doing okay. Are we actually stacking up on petroleum now? Let's see. We're stacking up on petroleum now. That's a good problem to have. That's a good problem to have. That means we can throw on even more plastic. Let's actually go look at the factory to see if we do need to throw on more plastic. Or if fixing that actually fixed it. It looks like fixing that, for the most part, fixed it. Because now plastic is stacking up. So now that plastic is making it all the way to the end, all of our yellow science are just about. We've got like one here not working. Why aren't you working? There should be plenty coming through. Are all of these working? Let's see, all that appears to be working. Front ones are working. Middle ones are working. Yeah, all of that's working. So why isn't it making it to the end here? Oh well, only one of these isn't working, and I will take it. I can always add more of these, I guess. I've got a little bit of space here to add some more. So I could just add some more. Let's add like 2 more maybe, something like that. Something like that. There we go. Add 2 more. And that will hopefully make that guy happy. So yellow science is now happy. Purple science is happy. So now what we can start doing, because yeah, plastic is actually starting to back up. Plastic is backing up. That's lovely. Good problem to have. All right, so we don't need to expand plastic anymore, at least at the moment. So I'm not going to worry about expanding plastic at the moment. Again, petroleum filling up is a okay problem to have. We're just not spending our solid fuel fast enough. So that means we need even more rocket fuel production, huh? Let's do more rocket fuel production then. Well, that'll just spend the light. Well, no, that spends the solid fuel too. So it's all good. Also, let's keep queuing stuff up. Let's go ahead and start bum rushing to rocket. There's some other stuff we can queue up as well, which would be really nice, of course. Right? Artillery, for example, is really good with biters. Better trains, inserter capacity, all that fun stuff. But let's do rocket. We want to jump right to the rocket, and we'll also do space science. And then from there, From there, that's going to start unlocking space science, which is basically how you get infinite upgrades. So once you start launching rockets and you get space science, you're going to be able to start doing research for certain things forever. That's going to be things like worker speed, mining productivity, things like that, right? You can see down here, after you get space science, you've got mining productivity, worker speed, infinite. Artillery range and speed infinite, laser speed or laser damage infinite, bullet damage infinite, explosion damage infinite, following robots infinite. So you have infinite researches, and that's where the idea of mega basing comes from, because then since you have infinite researches, in theory you can just make your factory grow as much as you want until eventually you're producing thousands of science per minute, and you're able to just crank through these infinite researches forever and ever, right? So that's the idea behind mega basing. Again, we're not going to mega base here because I'm not good at mega basing. For those of you watching my space exploration playthrough with my buddy Nick, we'll probably end up needing to do some mega basing at some point, because I'm sure we're going to have to super scale that all up in order to make it all work, because space exploration is complicated. But we're not going to mega base here. There are people who are much better at mega basing than me, and you can find them on YouTube just as easily as you guys can find me, if not easier, because they're much more popular YouTubers than I am. But if you guys are interested in me mega basing, just let me know, and I can start working towards it. I don't mind doing it. Mega basing is a lot of fun, actually, trying to crank out all this science as fast as you can. Super fun. It's a super fun challenge, super fun problem to solve. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and just leave it here at the rocket and space science. So let's do it. In the meantime, let's go ahead and keep producing our rocket goodness, right? So rocket goodness. Rocket fuel is awesome. More rocket fuel, more better, right? So let's do it. And then that will eat through some of our solid fuel, which will be nice. Let's just keep doing even more, right? More rocket fuel. We're going to need a lot of it anyway, so more rocket fuel. The most rocket fuel ever. There we go. As much rocket fuel as we can possibly get. That way we just eat through the solid fuel as much as we can. And that will eat through our petroleum a little bit, and that will hopefully keep things nice and balanced. That's the idea. So now let's take a look at everything, because again, we want to make sure things stay not super capped off. Light oil is now balanced, heavy oil is balanced, lubricant is capped off, that's fine. Sulfuric acid's capped off, that's fine. Petroleum, gas, if this caps off, that's okay. But at least we're trying to use it, so that way it doesn't cap off too bad. And if we just end up stacking up all that solid fuel, all that rocket fuel there, well, fine, all fine. So let's start working our way towards rocket. So we've got the research going. We're not leveraging all our labs because we just can't produce yellow science fast enough. So it might be wise to make some productivity modules, productivity 3 modules. It is wise to make them actually, because putting them in your rocket silo is really nice. It saves you from a lot of materials that you have to throw into your rocket silo, because rockets demand a ton of material. So productivity modules will be really helpful there. So let's go ahead and start automating those next, and then we'll see what kind of resource shortages we start to run into as we do that. But all good. So we're going to come all the way down here to the bottom of our bus, and we're going to tack on some productivity modules. Okay, so productivity modules. What do we need for them? We could also start making our rocket stuff that we need. We're already making rocket fuel. Just as a heads up, you need rocket fuel, you need low density structure, and you need rocket control units. We could start doing those, but I'll wait until the research finishes so that way I can show you the demands of the actual rocket before we start making them. But for now, the productivity modules will be nice. So productivity module 3s require 2 productivity module 2s, red circuits and blue circuits. It requires 5 productivity module 2s, and they take 60 seconds to craft. Productivity module 2s take 30 seconds to craft, so half the time. And they require productivity module 1s. So let's work our way backwards. How many productivity module 3s do we want? We want, we don't need that many, so maybe something like 2 at a time. So we're going to go ahead and just come all the way out here to the end. I'm just going to kind of place things down. So we want like 2 productivity module 3s, right? Something like that. And then productivity module 3s take 60 seconds to craft, so that'll give us 1 every roughly 30 seconds, right? Cool. So to make 1 productivity module 3, we need 5 productivity module 2s, and they take half the time. So that means we need 2.5 each. So that means we need 5 of these guys, minimum. I like to, again, deal with a little bit of buffer, so let's do like 6. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of these guys. Now, to make 1 of these guys, you need 4 productivity module 1s, and those take 15 seconds to craft, so again, half the time. So that means to make 1 of these, you need 2 productivity module 1s. So that means we need 12 productivity module 1s. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, I added 1 too many. So that means we want 12 productivity module 1s, but again, buffer, so I'm going to go with 14, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I'm not going to count because I'm running too fast now. 2 more. All right, productivity module 1s. Hopefully my math works out. We'll actually find out. All right, and now we need to bring the resources in. So now let's start from bottom up, right? So productivity module 1s need red and green circuits. So we're going to go ahead and bring in red and green circuits, and they need them in equivalent amounts. So we can half and half the belt, especially with how long they take, right? So we can go like this, and then we can just do a very simple in-out, right? So in-out structure here. And then that's going to output here. And it's going to feed our productivity 2s, right? So then here we'll do in, and then we'll do an out this way. And we're going to need to do additional ins, right? So in. And then here we need red and blue circuits, again in roughly equivalent quantities, so we can half and half that. We can do that. We could even do something like filter out the reds. So we can say something like, I want red circuits on that part of the belt only, and then continue it along. And then we can throw on blue circuits. So we want to make sure we put the red circuits on the upper half of the belt then. And that way we can merge blue circuits here onto the bottom half of the belt really easily. And then, like I said, that's going to output here. So we're going to want to do that. And then that, right? Easy peasy. Now we've got in. And then these need red and blue circuits as well, so we just kind of continue that along. In. And then here we can go ahead and out. Wrap that around and throw that into a box. Like that. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And let's go ahead and get it onto our bot network. Excellent. Let's keep moving our bot network down as well, because that's always a good thing to do. Make sure our bots have plenty to work with. There we go. Excellent. So now let's get this powered on. That way we can get this started. Okay. So now they've got power. Here we need, again, we want red circuits on the top, green on the bottom. So that's a little bit backwards than what we're used to, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. So red on the, oh no, that's not backwards at all. We want, oh yeah, never mind, it is backwards. So we want red on the top, green on the bottom. So how do we want to do this? I think we want to do something like this. So that's red circuits on top, which is great. I'm just going to clean this up a little bit. And now we want green on the bottom. So now we just do that. It's a little dirty, but it'll get the job done. Like that. And there we go. So there's our red and greens. Let's go ahead and watch it, make sure we filter out the way that I'm hoping we do. And then what we'll do is we will sideload blues. Like that. So we want that, and then that. And then here we only need half a belt, right? Because we're going to sideload it anyway. So there we go. And sure enough, the reds get filtered out, greens get shoved up to the top where it ends, and then the blue should make it all the way through. And there we go. Once the blue makes it all the way through, we can then hopefully see all of these all working at once, and everything should be okay. But let's go ahead and monitor for a little while. These are all working, right? Sure enough, good. That's going to chew through all the blues. Once everything stabilizes, though, and it might take a while for everything to catch up, right? Because this is going to take forever to craft. So these will eventually catch up, hopefully, as long as my math works out right. Yeah, there we go. Now we've got some more work in. I think we're gonna... Yeah, I think we're okay. I think we're okay as far as math goes. Yeah, I think we'll be alright. Eventually all of these will start working. And then eventually all of these will be able to start working. Right now, we're still waiting for a couple more. There's one. And then I'm going to go ahead and request 50 of these. And it's not going to be able to fulfill right now, but it'll fulfill eventually. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. So now we've got productivity module 3s. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. See, we're starting. Perfect. And that's going to take forever to craft. See, they take forever. So it's going to be a while. But that's okay. We'll get there eventually. Yellow science is cruising all the way down to the end now. Sweet. Perfect. I love it. Plastic is struggling again a little bit, and that's because we're eating the red circuits. So the red circuits are eating the plastic. So we may need another line of plastic, and then we can merge it in here after the red circuits. So let's go ahead and fix that. Blue science is stacking up now, which is great. Purple science is stacking up as well, which is lovely. Yellow science, though, I doubt is stacking up. We have the rocket silo researched, which is lovely. But let's go ahead and fix plastic. Next time we can start getting the rocket stuff rolling. See, yellow science is not stacking up at all, right? It's still constantly being churned through. Not all of our refineries are running, are they? Oh no, they're all still running. Good. All the refineries are running. Lovely. We're not light oil cracking as much. Yeah, we're not light oil cracking as much. Petroleum's still stacking up a little bit though, which is fine. And that's because we're eating through our solid fuel. But that'll start to stack up eventually. Let's go ahead and add another thing of plastic. So how do we want to do this? How do we want to do it? Do we just want to add to it and then have another different line going out? Something like... Let's see. What if I just do something like this? What if I go down a notch? What if I go down a couple of notches? It's a little quick and dirty, but it'll be fine. What if I do... What if I remove this RoboPort? Add that. Go ahead and copy this all the way down, but without the water. I don't want the water. So copy this all the way down to here, and then paste it like here. There we go. And then I just need to move the petroleum down to here. It is a little messy, but it'll get the job done. And I need to move this petroleum down as well. Or I can... Or I can just do this. Again, messy, but get the job done. And then for the coal, I can move this down like that. And I can move this down like that. And there we go. And then I just need to connect this to power, and we will be happy, happy. And there we go, more plastic. So now we have another line of plastic that we can merge onto the bus somewhere. So let's go ahead and grab our plastic and bring it on down. Bring it on down. This might get messy. But messy is okay. We're almost at the end of the game. Messy is okay. Hey, module 3. Cool. How many of those do we have now? 4? That'll solve one lab. Alright. Uh-oh. I messed up something. Okay, there we go. Fixed it. Control Z for that, by the way. Control Z. Because sometimes the automatic underground creation process just goes a little awry. Okay, so I want to merge it down here, it seems. That's where we're struggling the most. Because our red circuits are just eating everything. So let's go ahead and circle around. Like that. And then we're going to merge it onto the bus. There we go. So we're going to go like this. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Like that. And there we go, more plastic. Hooray, more plastic. Now let's go look back up there and make sure everything is a-okay. Yeah, now we don't have enough petroleum. And that's because we're not cracking it. Let's see here, petroleum, yep, petroleum's gone. Light's balanced, heavy's balanced. That's all refining. We could increase refining. We could increase refining. Sorry, that was my phone. We could increase refining. Let's see, do I want to increase refining? We can. Why not? Let's increase refining. Because we need more plastic anyway, right? So let's increase refining. Let's see, how are we doing on oil? Yeah, oil's fine. Yeah, we have plenty of crude, so we can further refine. Totally can. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and just grab, I'm going to go ahead and throw an out there just so I can grab and copy paste. So let's grab that. Let's go all the way over here like that. And I'm just going to bring it down here like this. And paste. And then where am I getting that water from? I'm getting it from there. How is the water? Water seems fine, so I can steal that water. So I'm going to go ahead and steal that water. So water can go there. And then crude oil. I can do this. There we go. And now I need to route the outputs. So what I can do here is I can add to a U, one of you, do not link. Yeah, they like to link, don't they? They like to link. So let's do this. There. See, I need a space there. So I want there, and then there, and then there. And then I can do this. So now I want it there. And there's our connected to light. And then I want to connect our heavy. Take you, go away. There we go, there's our heavy. And then petroleum. And there's our petroleum. Lovely. Now all that kicks in. And that should increase everything by roughly 50%. Petroleum's all getting used. Light oil is not stacking up just yet. Let's make sure all the outputs aren't getting blocked or anything. So let's see. That's all fine. That's fine. That's fine. We can try throwing pumps on the inwards in order to really start pushing things into the tanks, but I don't think that's entirely necessary. How's crude oil doing? Crude oil is fine. So now I can throw more on the other side. At least to a degree. Not quite as much, because I'm not leaving a lot of room in the middle. Let's grab like those. And throw a few more on over here. So same level, just to make things nice and easy. Boom. And then that will give us the crude. That will give us the water. That will give us the petroleum. That will give us the light. And that will give us the heavy. Perfect. And now we wait for the rest of the base to catch up, and there's our space science pack finished. So now at this point, I'm just going to throw some more just stuff down, right? So I'm just going to start doing everything else. Because at this point, it doesn't really matter. Why is plastic just not happening at all? Oh, we're out of coal. Whoa, we are out of coal. Why were we out of coal? Why are we out of coal? Are we low on power? No, we're fine on power. Uh-oh. Why are we out of coal? Trains? Do we not have enough coal trains? We need more coal trains. Coal trains, well that's an easy problem to solve. We just throw on another coal train. Oh my goodness. We need more coal trains. So let's see now. Hello, coal train. There's coal pickup. Oh, I need to go upgrade that to stack inserters. Should have done that ages ago. Goodness gracious. See? As we ramp up production, we find problems. We are finding problems. But we can solve those problems. We can solve problems. Please don't kill me. Copy. I think I copied it successfully. Fingers crossed. Okay. Stack inserters. Yes, please. Load those trains up faster. Do I need another coal patch? Not so sure about that. But we will see. We shall see. That coal didn't empty all the way. Why didn't you empty all the way? You were inactive for 5 seconds? One of those belts doesn't get fully removed. That's why. Okay. But that one gets eaten up completely. I see. I see. Not all coal is being... Whoop, not all coal is being eaten evenly. This coal needs more support. Needs a lot more support. I'll place a second train though. Well, a second train might not actually help. I think I might need to do a 4x4 balancer first. So let's do that. Just to actually like evenly use the coal. And then what we'll do that. And then what we need to do is that and this. And I'm not going to worry about that last one. I can do balancing with the 3x3. Let's see. What's a 3x3 balancer? 3x3. There we go. Three by three. Okay. So I want you to go in here. I want you to go in here. I want you to go in here. You go out here. You go out here. And you go out here. And there. And now hopefully that will help drain 3 of those 4 belts faster. And then that will help the trains go faster, and then I can throw a second train on there. Like that. And then go. Now we have 2 coal trains. And maybe that will help. Because yeah, without the coal, we can't really make plastic. Input from that side first. Take the coal from there first, let that stack up. That way it can go that way. And then output that side first. There we go. Throw as much coal down that belt as you can. Okay, I think... Yep, okay, that's starting to get better. Lovely, that's getting better. Yep, our 3x3 balancer is now completely loaded. Yeah, completely loaded. Okay. So now it might take a little bit longer for the trains to empty again, which they are. And now this train's getting in the way of other trains, so let's fix that. There we go. Now that train's out of the way and just waiting. But yeah, I think we're going to be okay. Okay. So hopefully that saves plastic. Let's go double check. Let us go double check. Also, we've gotten more Productivity 3 modules, which is nice. So let's go ahead and start throwing those in. And we'll start throwing them from the top down because that's where our science is coming from. There we go. So the Productivity modules, what they do is you see this little purple bar here? As the lab is working and consuming resources to work, the purple bar will fill up. And when the purple bar fills up, it'll give it basically a free research where it won't use science packs in order to do it. So it makes the lab work a little bit slower, right? Productivity modules increase energy consumption, so it's going to draw more power. It does cause a little bit more pollution, so that's something to worry about if you're playing with biters on. But it gives you a boost of productivity by 10%, which means it reduces the amount of resources it requires to do the same amount of work. So the machine will create extra products at a cost of increased energy consumption and reduced speed. So basically, free science. So basically free science, free research. The research will be a little bit slower, but not noticeably slower. And it will consume less science packs in order to do the same amount of work, which means we can run more labs at the same time. Which is lovely. It's grand. It's perfect. It's amazing. Okay, so now that we have almost a full coal belt going up there now that all of this has been redone. Hopefully that means... Oh, I forgot to power that refining on. Let's fix that too. Solving problems! But yeah, plastic appears to be working again, which is perfect. Boom. Solving problems. Let's remove this extra underground pipe too. You don't need it. But yep, plastic is going full bore again. Or at least as much as it can. We're still running out of coal while it does it. But at least plastic is basically full bore again. If we look at petroleum, it's filling up. But it's balanced. Heavy oil is not cracking fast enough now. We're producing more heavy oil than we can crack. So we need to increase our heavy oil cracking or else it's going to block everything else off and that's going to be terrible. So we're just going to, I'm going to add a end pipe there and an end pipe there. And then we're just going to copy paste like we've been doing, right? So copy, paste, paste, paste. And then once the base spots catch up, we'll just watch and make sure that the heavy oil is all cracking and that everything's all powered on nicely. Base spots should be coming up soon. Yep, there we go. Perfect. Come on up, little base spots. Yep, we're using our light oil, which is good. We're using our petroleum, which is good. We just need to make sure we're using our heavy oil now. And there we go. It's all starting to crack, which is great. Just want to make sure you get the whole line through. And there we go. That should eat through our heavy oil a bit faster. Heavy oil is starting to go down, I think. Yeah, heavy oil is going down now. Okay, lovely. That's what I want. And we're cracking heavy into light at 10K. Okay. Perfect. Coal, coal, coal. I think we'll be okay. I think we're going to be okay to start doing the rocket. So we're going to start doing the rocket next time. Where's my productivity modules? Oh, we're not getting enough red chips. Ooh. Oh, because we were out of plastic before. But now that we fixed plastic... Okay, blue chips are eating the red chips, but they're starting to stack up. Blue chips are starting to stack up. Plastic is now making it all the way down. So plastic is starting to stack up. Right? Where did we merge our plastic at? We merged plastic. Oh, up here. There we go. So yeah, plastic is starting to stack up. So that means all of our red circuit production is getting the plastic it needs for the most part, except I made this red circuit production too big. I can fix that with productivity modules, but we don't have the productivity modules. But it's making as much red circuits as it can with a full half belt of plastic available to it. This one's making as much as it can. Completely full bore. Plastic's making all the way down. Blue circuits are stacking up. So hopefully that means, okay, red circuits are not stacking up at purple science. So we might need more red circuit production. Uh-oh, copper's not making it down anymore either. Why? Because of the red circuit production? Even with our copper infusion? Yeah, because we're taking that for green circuit production. But no, that's fine. More copper infusion. Oh, okay, never mind. It's all going to... We're going to need even more copper, guys. The problems don't stop. The problems don't stop. We're going to need more copper. And it looks like we do need more red circuits in general. Well, that's starting to stack up now, which is good. So that means eventually... Let's see, that goes through. Yeah, that means eventually it'll start making its way back down here. Once it's done stacking up here. Wow, we really do maybe need more copper. This isn't pulling everything in, though. It's not very clean. So here's maybe something we do. Okay. We fixed that. Wow, this episode is all about just fixing problems. And that's fine. At least you guys get to see us fix the problems. That way, as you guys run into problems, you can fix them too. Okay. Fixing problems. Okay. I had an idea and I lost it. Oh, right. This isn't successfully pulling everything in because I'm input prioritizing that. But if I do that, and then I input prioritize the other way, now we feed more copper that way. Yeah. And then let's take a look at our other copper infusions as well. Same kind of deal here too. So if we input priority the other side, now we can feed even more copper that way from our trains. I wanted to feed the copper from here first, just to have it run out, but that's actually holding things back. And then other copper infusion, we want to go ahead and input prioritize this way. There we go, so that way more copper gets through. And then we want to do the same thing here, and then input prioritize this way. So that way more copper gets through. And then we want to do the same thing here. Input prioritize that way, and that way more copper gets through. Something like that. There we go. That hopefully helps. Yeah, there we go. That helped. So we solved that copper problem, which is great. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And now red circuits are making it back onto here. Great. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, life is good. Life is good again. And we don't need red circuits for this. So just looking at what we need, right, for rocket production. Once we build this, it's going to tell us that we need rocket control units, which require blue circuits. Blue circuits do require red circuits, but hopefully we have enough blue circuits. We're going to need low density structure, which does not require circuits. And we already have plenty of rocket fuel. Yeah, we might actually be okay resource-wise now. That would be lovely. Absolutely lovely. We may be okay. Perfect. So next time, we're going to build us a rocket silo, and then we're going to start setting up the infrastructure needed to actually like get the rocket and the satellite going. The reason why you want the satellite, by the way, is you want to launch a satellite with the rocket because the satellite gives you white science. You'll notice we can't craft white science. So when you launch a rocket, you want to include a satellite with it, and then when the rocket launches, you get data back from the satellite, which gives you white science or space science. And then you use that space science for your infinite researches. So that's the idea. Awesome, awesome. And I think I'm going to go ahead and call that a video. As always, everybody, I really appreciate you guys watching. You guys are awesome, and I will see you all next time. Take care.